Welcome back. At tuloy pa rin ang usapan natin with Mr. David Fabros tungkol sa credit cards. Did you ever even think about na, a lot of people parang iniisip nila, ay tatakbuhan ko na lang yan. Kasi ang laki na masyado eh. I mean, pumasok ba yun sa isipan mo?
Pag tumakbo ka kasi sa ganyang klase sitwasyon, para kang nagnakaw, di ba? You spent money on the basis na, in-enjoy mo na, pero hindi mo pa kinikita yung pera mo, tapos parang hindi mo balak ibalik. So pag nanakaw yun. I needed to shift my thinking na, okay, itong ganitong problema, na-solve ko sana noon, ng maaga, kung nagkaroon ako ng plano on how to pay it also. Nagplano akong gumastos Sana nagkaplano din ako kung paano kong bayaran. Hindi yung lagi ako naka-minimum payments. So the first thing I did was, of course, not use the card anymore. Pangalawa, kailangan ko baguhin yung pag-iisip ko na, okay, hindi ko pa kinikita tong perang to, kaya hindi ko muna gagastusin. Kung makakapagtiis ako, hindi muna ako gagastusin. Hindi ko muna kukunin yung piece of equipment na yun. Hintayin kong kumita muna ako. Upon your advice, tumawag ako talaga doon sa credit card company. And sinabi ko yung problema ko na, ito na yung balance ko, nahihirapan akong bayaran buwan-buwan to a level na hindi nalalaki yung interest. Kasi parang kahit nagbabayad ako buwan-buwan, hindi lumiliit yung balance ko. Hindi magandang feeling yun. Kasi parang
nababaon ka talaga na nababaon.
Bayad ka lang ng bayad, di ba? What I didn't realize was, they're also syempre interested in helping you out. Tumawag ako ng credit card company and sinabi ko sa kanila na I want a more comfortable arrangement na mababayaran ko tong debt na to, na hindi na masyadong lalaki hindi nyo na ako i-charge nung usual na interest ninyo. So, kasi usual interest nila is 2.5, 2.7 nga So, sabi ko, pag nagtuloy-tuloy itong 2.7 na to, by the end of this year, ganito kalaki yan.
Hindi mo na talaga kaya.
Hindi ko na kaya talaga. They were very good to me in a sense na kasi they offered me a restructuring where I will only be paying an interest of 1.1% over a 2-year period. And importante yun na kaya mo yung payment arrangements. Kasi kung hindi, wala talaga mangyayari. So, they gave me a good monthly due amount, and they gave me that interest that will allow me to settle everything within 2 years. Of course, I lost all my privileges to use the card. Okay lang yun, kasi iba na yung mindset ko ngayon Parang, right now, sige, magka-cash na lang ako as much as I can and only use the credit card kung talagang necessary lang. People should know na it's a viable option. Kapag feeling nyo, medyo baon na kayo, there's this option na pwede nyo gawin. You can call the credit card company and you could ask for a debt restructuring.
Moving forward, I think you brought up another interesting point na sa totoo naman, hindi naman talaga masama yung credit card, di ba? Yung paggamit lang talaga ang kailangan dyan. It just has to be used responsibly. So with that, salamat David. Thank you for joining us this morning. And to our viewers, if you have any questions or concerns regarding this topic or any other thing that we have discussed on this episode or previous episodes, please feel free to send it to our Twitter or Facebook page. Paano ba natin mababawasan ang mga debts o utang natin? Ito ang 2 general guidelines ko para sa inyo. Unang-una, as simple as it sounds, bayaran agad ang existing debts. Ayusin ang paggastos para magamit ang income sa pagbabayad ng balance ng utang. Readjust to a tighter budget at iwasan ang mga expensive luxury foods and products. Prioritize your needs. Number 2, iwasan ang paggawa ng bagong debt. Learn to live within a tight budget. Dagdagan ng emergency savings para hindi na tayo aasa sa credit cards o loans pagdating ng mga emergencies. Alam nyo, credit cards are definitely not necessarily evil. Madami siyang advantages if you only know how to use it wisely. Lalo na ngayon, napakaganda ng marketing offers ng credit card companies. May libreng kape, gasolina, pagkain, kahit trips abroad sa kada gamit. Minsan pa, pera ang binabalik sa'yo in the form of rebates. Kailangan lang sundin ang 2 golden rules when using a credit card. Number 1, only charge what you can afford to pay in full. Tandaan, compound interest on savings and investments is your best friend, but compound interest on debt is your worst enemy. Huwag nang huwag magpapacharge sa napakataas na interest. Kung hindi mo kayang bayaran ng buo pagdating ng due date, huwag nang i-charge sa credit card. At keep track of all of your expenses para hindi ka magugulat pagdating ng bill. Konting disiplina lang ang kailangan dyan. Number 2, own the credit card. Don't let it own you. Imbis na hayaan ng credit card company na pagkakitaan ka sa mataas na interest, pagkakitaan mo ang credit card company in your own little way. Use the perks to your advantage. Halimbawa, ang paborito kong pinaggagamitan ng credit card ay gasolina. Dahil maraming credit card companies ay nag-o-offer ng 3 to 5% rebate on gasoline expenses. Malaking bagay na rin yan kung gumagastos ka ng average of 5,000 pesos per month on gasoline. Malamang, may libreng kape ka pa from your charge slip sa bawat full tank. What's the main difference between fundamental and technical analysis?
Bull markets are actually characterized by optimism, investor confidence, and expectations that strong results will continue. Hi. Good morning, ma'am.